Yo, what is up guys, it's me Eve again here playing Tokyo Ghoul Break the Chains, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the new Tanabata Ayato. I was very excited for this guy again, even though he's an assist character. Is just he actually has some pretty good drip. He looks pretty good in the game as well. He has his wings up when he's on the field. Unfortunately, that's the bad thing for him. He looks great, but for the most part he's an assist character, and whenever there is an assist in the characters, it usually means that the character is not that great on the field itself. We're going to take a look at his kit. Obviously, I'm going to tell you what I think about his kit, what are the good things, what are the bad things, and all of that. But first of all, obviously, let's take a look at his overall basic stats, how they are looking, where's he standing. Overall, to be honest, for his assist character, this is actually not bad. This is actually not the worst one. In comparison, you can see for like Juzo, much more lower than the Ayato, except for defense. In terms of the even the pre-OP half anniversary Amon, who is he's a special case scenario character, but he's also a assist character, and he's like extremely big amount of damage in terms of like World Boss, for example. He can do some insane damage, but he's still, like, for example, in terms of basic stats, he's much lower than Ayato overall, like maybe except for like obviously the attack. Same goes for Mr. M as well, much more lower than Ayato. So in terms of basic stats as an assist character, this is actually not bad. It's actually not bad. The only problem, I think, this is attack, and because he's an Aogiri unit, usually Aogiri, except for supports, and he seems like to be a purely support character, not actually a damage dealer in your team. Like usually all of the damage dealers in Aogiri has a very high stat of the attack, at least. Like you can compare it to Jason, who is number 7, Senti number 8. Like the Tatras, I think, are much lower because they are supports overall, but they have like other stats are on a very higher end. Combat Can here has a pretty low basic stats overall as well. This Tatra also kind of having it much lower. So in terms of basic stats, he's actually not bad, but it's also probably because he's got the event buff, basically. That's or like you can say power creep of the characters that is happening right now. Basically every new character is stronger than the previous one. This is usually how it's going right now. Even like the new Jason, who is a 200 guaranteed, has a very high basic stat as well. As he's actually pretty decent, but I think he needs a little bit of more work to be played for the most part. So in terms of Ayato's kit, he's the blue unit, so at this point attributes don't matter much. His active skill, inflict amplification damage equal to 245% of the attack to all enemies. Amplification, if you are buffed, this damage will be increased by 15%. So nothing too crazy. He probably does a baby damage, I guess. Like I can't test him out yet because again I didn't get him yet. It's just he just came out. I didn't have the time to get him yet. So whenever I get him, we'll probably like whenever I come back from the vacation, we'll probably take a look at him more, or I'm gonna post whatever I think about his damage into the Discord as well. So if you don't want to miss that, join the Discord as well. In terms of his passive skills though, when the bell starts, grant yourself 3 stacks of wish. When your turn starts, consume 1 wish and increase all allied characters' basic stats by 10%. This is not bad. When the all wish stacks are consumed, grant all allied characters fulfillment for 1 turn, then grant yourself 3 stacks of wish. So wish reduces damage taken by 10%. This is actually not bad, so it could be 30% there, as well as you get the basic stats increase. It's also pretty fine. Once you get the fulfillment is increasing damage dealt by 20%. When taking damage, the amount received will not exceed 50% of your max HP. This is where I think the problems with him starts, kinda. The problem of Anteiku is that they're not really an HP characters. This is overall not the best for them. Again, if this was an Anteiku character, this would be great. Anteiku loves HP. They're very high on HP. A lot of their units scale of HP. But for an Aogiri, it doesn't really matter. They don't have like that big stats of an HP compared to Anteku or even CCG, to be honest, because they're all about the attack. And because of that, there is like, I don't know if this is anything good, because again, the max HP of Anteku, of Aogiri, is much more lower compared to every other team in this game. So in that sense, I think this is one of his problems, is that they made him based on max HP. I think if this was based on max attack, this could be actually really good, because then everyone, their scales of attack, you try to put as much attack on them as possible, as well as they have a lot of really, like, units have a lot of attack basic stats on the very higher end, as you have seen with the Jasons there versus, for example, as well as, for example, with the Senti. So I think that would be better, much better than having max HP. But okay, 1 star, when your turn ends, all buffed allied characters gain a shield equal to 8% of their max HP for 1 turn. If their HP is under 50%, they recover an extra shield equal to 8% of their max HP. This is also another problematic part. I think, again, HP here. I don't like that this is very based on HP, as well as only 8%, kind of low for the shields. I think this is very low for the shields, actually. Yeah, you're getting some shields, but does it really matter? This 8%, are they actually gonna save you? Like 16% with let's say maxed out shields. We're only getting 16% shields, and I think from the max HP as well. That's kind of, I feel like that's very bad for him. He does give a shields, but then also everyone in this game runs Smash. So if you go to, like, most of the characters run Smash, and if you know what Smash does, is when attacking, if the target is shielded, this damage causes is additional increase for 6%. So by having those shields, you're getting an extra basically damage for yourself as well, and you're only getting that 8%, but you're getting more damage from that as well now, from almost every character in this game that runs Smash. And probably at this point everyone runs Smash for sure. So I don't think this is like really good at all, to be honest. This is not good at all. Applying weak increases all allied characters' damage dealt by 8%. Okay, this is okay. But the best thing about him is this assistance. After an allied character uses an active skill, increase your attack by 8% for 1 turn, up to 2 stacks, so 16%. At max stacks, increase your pen rate by 5%. So for assistance, this is actually really good. This is a buffing your character's attack. That's huge. You can put it on any team, any variation basically of teams. You can put it an assist here for Green Choka for all. You can put it in assist on the Aogiri as well. For example, for Jason, why not? This is going to be a really good buff for him, as well as buffing pen rate for 5%. Even just a small buff like that is still great. So I think in terms of the Ayato himself, I think he got he got the treatment of assistance character. All of the assistance characters, unfortunately, are only usable for their assists, and because of that, I think that's the problem of the assist characters. Again, maybe I would love to see them having some more of effectiveness on the field as well. So you can like switch them up on the different. For example, if you're using a team with the full. Like for example, Anteku, you're putting them in the assist, but they have their own team as well. Like when you're actually using those assist characters on the field as well, why not do that? But for some reason, they actually downgraded them a lot in terms of what they do, and usually the only thing that they're useful for is the assist. Increase your attack by 10% for 1 turn upon the power burst. So nothing too crazy. His attack probably will not feel that much. This is only 15%. Nothing too crazy there. Overall, he seems like a very weak and not really reliable on the field. So again, we'll need to see some testing. Probably someone will actually get him to like triple S, some whale out there, and we'll see how he will do on like a very high investment. but I think he doesn't get a cut into the actual field team of the Aogiri. They're either way, like, they're very weak in terms of survivability overall. The survivability on Aogiri is very shit, and they don't need a buffer for like that 8% of the shields. That's not gonna make them much more survival. Like, it's not gonna make their survivability huge, you know. So I think it feels like this is kind of useless. Overall, what I would suggest for those who are break the chains, obviously try to get him to D, and then you can use him on the assistants. For those who are on the TGA side, so on Awakening, I recommend not invest in him. Get him for 0 stars. Obviously, you get him from the event for free. Get 1 copy. Don't invest anything for him. This is gonna be a waste for you. He's a full-on assist character. On the field, I don't recommend using him either way. Like in a month or so, there's gonna be much better characters, and as well as there's gonna be much better characters coming in with the new carnival, as well as there's 2 Anteiku characters coming in as well with the next summer event after Tanabata. So there's gonna be just much more better characters, I think, than him overall. Even if those characters are not even gonna be OP, they're still gonna be probably better than him overall. But he's definitely gonna be very useful in the end game whenever you're starting you will start building the assistant characters for your main team, and because of that, you want to have him obviously in your collection, and you will invest in him much more later into the game. But for now, just leave him be, you know. Don't invest into him anything. Just let him be there. Just let him sit, chill for a time being, and maybe in a few months you are gonna take a look at him and maybe try to build him for the assistant's sake. Other than that, again, I'm going on a trip, so there might not be as many videos. There's definitely not gonna be streams. I don't think I can stream. I'm gonna be like, you know, I don't have the equipment. I'm not taking all of my equipment with me. I might do some pre-made videos for the time I'm gonna be on the vacation, so those could be coming out like once in a few days. There's gonna be a video. I'm going for 10 days, so again, sorry about the content. Unfortunately, I will not be able to do much about content while I'm gonna be out. So hopefully you stay tuned for the videos. I'm gonna come back and we're gonna get back into grinding. Gonna do videos on Tokyo Ghoul, all of that stuff once I'm back. Other than that, hopefully you have a great day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, as well as join the Discord. Again, I stream every day except for those days that I'm gonna be gone now. I'm not gonna be streaming, but usually I stream every day. So if you don't want to miss any notifications on the streams, you can join in into the Discord. I always post notifications before the streams, so you will not miss anything again. And also, you can become a member right now. If you want to support the content that I do, you can become a member right there. Other than that, hopefully you have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.